on, McGinnis. Was I great or what? I mean, I had that jury eaten out of my hand.
You were an excellent witness, Harry. I was proud of you.
You see the way I zeroed in on that little old bimbo with the fuzzy pink sweater?
I'm sure they were impressed by all the evidence. I prepared very thoroughly.
Oh, yeah, you weren't half bad.
Thank you, Harry.
But, you know, it's like I'm always telling you, what wins a jury over is heart. Not all those little niggledy-piggledy legal points you like to keep throwing at them.
That's interesting. I thought they were very impressed by all the niggledy-piggledy legal points.
Nah, that stuff puts them to sleep. Hey, listen, can you drop me off at Roxbury? I sort of promised Rudy Udovic I'd swing by.
I can't, Harry. I've got a deposition to take in half an hour at the office. I'll be late as it is.
Well, it'll only be another 10 minutes. I mean, the arena's not that far out of your way.
You're going to have to take a taxi, Harry.
Hey, do I make judgments about your friends?
Almost invariably, but this has nothing to do with judgments. I simply do not have the time.
You know, Rudy's a hell of a nice guy, and he's damn good at what he does.
Which is what? Playing hockey or hitting people with his stick. Now, I'm going back to the office. Are you coming?
I'll see you later. Here you go, pal. Keep the change.
Thanks, sport. This'll put my kid through Harvard.
Here, have it swayed,
Thanks,
brother.
I don't.
Come on, you turkeys, let's see some energy! That's it. That's it. That's it. Roll, block. Come on. Hey, Rudy, give me a break, will you? Oh, yeah? I'll give you a break, pal. I'll give you a break.
Look, for the last time, I was not going behind your backs. I was merely making exploratory gestures.
Father would not have done it that way, Andrew.
Margaret, would you
Nor
just...
would he ever have considered moving the Enterprise, especially to New Jersey.
Father was not faced with our fiscal problems, plus a losing team 10 years running.
Our father did not create problems, Andrew. He solved them.
Boys.
Hey, Vic. Rudy's looking great out there. He still hits like a rookie trying to make the team. Yeah. You okay?
Hey, kid, you're gonna have to hit harder than that. I'm gonna get a new girl left wing. You understand? Huh? Hey!
Hey, Rudy!
There you go, Pop.
You're looking great out there, pal.
Good.
Listen, your old man all right?
Hey, where you been? I haven't seen you the last couple games.
I was stuck in a case up in Worcester. Some rich old jabroni is married to this bimbo, walks around with a mattress on his back. So what, 2 more wins and you're in the playoffs, right?
I tell you, it's a Mustang's year.
In your year. I hear Edmonton's looking you over. Right?
That's just a rumor. Listen, I appreciate you coming by.
Hey, kidding? So what's all this about Flash Gordon? I could never picture you getting mixed up with loan sharks. I mean, especially somebody like him.
Harry, it's my old man. He's into him for 12 big ones.
Oh, wow. I thought he was off the wheel.
And he tries. He really tries. But scumbags like Gordon coming around pushing money in his face doesn't help him. He says he wants the money right now. He said he'll take it out of my pop's fingers and my kneecap. I swear, Harry, I will kill him.
How short are you?
Well, half. But when we clinch a spot in the playoffs, I get a bonus that'll cover the rest. That scum won't wait one lousy week. I keep seeing my fist just sinking into his face.
Yeah, and you sinking into a jail cell. That is if you're still alive. Come on, Rudy, we'll talk to him. We'll work something out.
Yeah, you're a real prince, Harry. Listen, some freebies for tonight, huh?
Oh, hey, you don't have to do that, pal.
Yes, I agree. On the other hand, we could do with a little more coaching.
Mr. Paxton, I've been working their tails off. You know my good friend Harry McGraw? Listen, buddy, gotta run. Thanks, huh?
Take care. Dear Mr. Paxton, you must be real proud of the kind of season the Mustangs are having, huh?
Would that it were reflected by an increase in paying customers, Mr. McGraw.
you sure you know what you're doing?
You can't call the phone company every time a button sticks. Besides which, it'd probably take them 2 weeks to show up. What is this? Ketchup? And relish.
What'd you expect, quiche? What, are you taking up a new trade, sonny?
Summer job with a phone company while I was in college. I figured I'd save you a few dollars.
Which can't hurt, Uncle Harry. Oh, Mr. Spinelli's been calling all day long. He's getting awfully nidgy about his $400.
Yeah. Listen, did a guy named Gordon call back?
Oh, right.
EJ, could you possibly...
Be right with you, Ellie. Mr. Gordon can meet you and Mr. Udovic at 4:30 at his place.
Great.
EJ, could you just make these small changes in the brief?
Sure.
Yo, Rudy, listen, it's all set. Meet me at 4:30 at Flash's place. Yeah, and let me do all the talking. Got it? Right. See you, pal.
I didn't say anything, Harry.
Flash Gordon? Isn't he that slimo loan shark, the one who likes to cut people?
Listen, I gotta run. Here, take some of your friends to the game.
Harry, I hate ice hockey. So do my friends.
One thing I will never understand is male bonding.
Hey, Steve, you want some tickets to, Mustangs game?
Were those minor league has-beens? No, thanks.
Are you okay?
No problem, no problem.
Hello? 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 Nice move, Steve. Now you've blown the entire circuit.
It's a minor glitch, that's all.
Minor? How are we supposed to conduct business?
What, with Harry's bookie? Oh, relax, EJ. I'll have it fixed in no time.
No. Don't touch a thing. I am going to call a repairman.
Wait a minute. Come on, what are we talking about? I mean, there's a lot of extra vigorous here. 1,000 clams for a lousy 30 days? I mean, on top of the points that you're already charged?
It's known as doing business, Seamus. It's compensation for your father's unreliability. And for your lousy attitude, Mr. Udovic, as well as your uncertain finances.
Nickel punk, take it easy. Now, look, Flash, I'm telling you, the Mustangs are a cinch to make it into the playoffs, which means that Rudy here will get his bonus.
Same deal, Udovic. Half tonight, half in 30 days.
Well, what's the whole package come to?
Simple or compound interest?
Nothing is ever simple.
$14,826.30.
$2,800 interest?
Rudy, we accept.
Splendid. 9 o'clock. And Mr. McGraw, if your Bush League pal here should fail to come up with the entire amount of money on schedule, then you will personally be responsible for the whole thing.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm just negotiating here.
This is Mr. Gordon. The man there? Let me talk to him. That's right. I believe the note is due tomorrow. Like it says, tomorrow.
Come on, Rudy, let's talk outside.
I swear, Harry, I'm gonna kill him.
No, what you're gonna do is take it out on those guys from Utica tonight. Your pop and I will deal with Gordon.
Rudy Udovic's playing like a man possessed. Maybe the noise from the Roxbury Arena will ought to put you in the picture.
Where are you going?
Larry crosses the blue line. The goal shot is deflected. Udovic is after it. Rudy passes to Sutton, who's blocked by... No, Rudy takes it over the brutal body check. Sutton sets, slaps, and scores! Man, what season that Rudy Udovic is having tonight. Listen to that crowd. They know he felt this.
The man is serious, and it's in cash. Yeah, we can be rid of this albatross once and for all. Look, I know Father wouldn't... Listen, I can't talk anymore, Margaret. But, Margaret, I...
Oh, no, this one is far from Udovic has got those red-hot Mustangs playing. I wish you could be here to see it. Orbach takes it into the Bridgeport territory, hands it off to Lasko, who... No, Mason steals it! So enthralled by a team. I think the last time I felt like this was when my college team was playing for the national championship. This is what hockey is all about. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen quite a game tonight.
Hey, Marcy, you seen Pop Udovic?
Yeah, I saw him leaving a couple minutes ago.
Leaving? He was supposed to meet me here.
Well, maybe he just got a cuter date, Harry.
Okay.
Security, out of the way.
What is it, Marcy?
Oh, jeez.
Victor Udovic. Great.
Yeah, hold your horses, hold your horses.
Mr. McGraw Telephone Company. I'm Wendell.
What'd they do, send you by way of New Bedford?
Oh, no, sir. I came straight from home. I'm sorry. Did I get you up? I didn't realize this was also a residence. Let's just take a look and see what kind of problem we've got here. Gee whiz. Haven't seen a piece of equipment like this in a long time.
So, hey, where are we gonna look for my pop now?
Well, I know a few people we could call. Wendell, what do you think? 10, 15 minutes?
No, I'm afraid not. It looks like some of the wiring may be burned out inside the wall.
Oh, wonderful. Come on, Rudy. We'll use McGinnis's phone. At least we know hers works. Yo.
Stephen?
McGinnis, it's me.
Oh, Harry, thank heavens. Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you since 5 a.m.
Yeah, well, Rudy and I spent most of the night looking for his old man. It's a long story.
I know the story, Harry.
You do?
Victor was arrested at 2:30 this morning at the Amtrak station with a ticket to Florida and $3,000 in his pocket. He's being held on suspicion of first-degree murder.
I was robbed. 3 guys, big.
Oh, come on, Victor. You had $6,000 on you. You're trying to tell us that they let you keep half of it?
I didn't let them know how much I had.
Didn't they search you?
No, not really.
Okay, let me picture this. These guys, they had guns or what?
A deck of cards.
Ah, hell, Victor, you gambled the money away.
Harry, those cards must have been marked. There's no way you can lose that much scratch in less than an hour if everything's on the up and up. I had to give it a shot, Mrs. McGinnis. I figured if I could double the money that Rudy gave me, well, I could pay Flash off the whole thing and, you know, get everybody off the hook. Bad enough I'm such a burden to Rudy. I'm sorry to drag you into it.
Mr. Udovic, did you see Mr. Gordon?
Oh, no. I left the arena a few minutes before we were supposed to meet.
Well, that ties in with what the security guard said. I mean the part about you leaving early.
Why the ticket to Florida?
Oh, that's easy. It's spelled Hialeah.
I figured I could keep Flash guessing a couple of days while I was recouping. You see, I got an old pal down there, a friend of mine, Ernie Farkas. He's a trainer. Got a couple of nags running down there. Guaranteed wired 100%.
Rudy, doesn't your father ever tell the truth the first time around?
Just wants people to like him.
That should count for a great deal with the jury.
Bob may not be the most reliable guy in town, but he's no murderer. He left before Gordon was knocked off.
We don't know that, Rudy. Your father's bag was found under the body. And if somebody saw him with Gordon at the arena, or if any other evidence shows up, things can get pretty sticky.
Miss McGinnis, have you had much experience with this kind of thing?
What, murder? That's practically her specialty.
I know what he means, Harry. And yes, I am very well aware that this is a great deal more serious than defending you for punching people out. Now, if you have any doubts whatsoever about my representing your father, let's get it out on the table right now.
Oh, no, ma'am. I just, you know, I...
Good. Because if for some inexplicable reason I didn't believe him, or if there was any other attorney who would take the case, then I would be on my way to the Cape this weekend as I planned. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go and try and arrange his bail.
Hey, listen, champ, don't worry about McGinnis. Besides, I'm going to be investigating for her. And what you got to do is keep concentrating on those playoffs. I mean, that's what your pop would want, right? You can't let your big year go down the drain.
Yeah, I know, Harry, but what if he did it?
Harry, first off, the Gordon file hasn't even come down yet. Second, if Captain Kowalski were to find you here without authorization, I would be D.E.D., dead. Detective, listen, I'll have that Cardoza file for you in, about an hour. Thanks, Willis.
Don't mention it, Howard. What do you say, McGraw?
Oh, hiya, Willis.
Harry, please.
Third one from the top, Howard.
What is it you're after, Harry? It'll go quicker if I look for it.
An account book that Gordon would have had on him, about so big.
Oh, here you go, Lieutenant. As promised. Good work, Sternhagen. Hi, Harry.
Yo, Fitzy. The inventory, Howard, or you want me to stay for lunch?
Right. Nope. No account book. Be seeing you, Harry.
Well, wait a minute.
A minute may be all I've got left on the police force, Harry. Will you get out of here?
Are you sure about the book?
Harry, every item they got from Gordon's condo, his person, the car agency, or anywhere else is in this inventory. No account book. Now go, please.
Thanks, Howard. You're a pal. Oh, Captain Kowalski, what a small world. Sergeant Sternhagen and I were just talking about you. Just kidding, Howard.
This is definitely one of our most popular models, the El Dorado.
I think I'm looking for something maybe not so popular. Maybe something just a little out of it. You know what I mean?
Miss York, I think it only fair to remind you, you really should consider your feelings.
My feelings? What about my pocketbook? All he left me is debts.
Of course, and I understand completely. I'm sure that as the months go by, you'll have no second thoughts, that somehow you'll be able to convince yourself that you did the right thing.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it. You just couldn't wait to start spending my brother's money, could you? Taking food right out of the mouths of his wife and children when he said right here in his will that he wanted a simple burial. $500. That's all we go for. 5.
Okay, I guess I owe you one. But Flash's book? What's it worth?
I don't know till I see it.
Listen, we ain't exactly cheering for the same team. I mean, it was your buddy's old man that offed him.
Wrong, lamb chop. But I'm betting that whoever did do it is in that book.
Nobody's gonna pay off, are they? Now that he's gone, nobody cares. You know, Flash was good to me. Sorta.
Well, then let's find out who really did him in.
I never knew zip about his business. I just kept numbers in my head and waited on them. Sort of like a doormat with bazooms. Not that I blame him. It takes more than one to boogie.
Now, listen, he must have left, some assets. Did you talk to his lawyer?
His lawyer?
Bobby Angelo, down at Court Street. You ought to go see him. He probably knows everything.
Are you saying the old Flasher might have left me something? Hey, McGraw, you're all right. Yeah, cops never mentioned it, so I never gave it to him. I don't know if it's gonna help much. All those weird letters and numbers. Anyway, you unscramble it. You're welcome to it.
He didn't tell you how this works?
We didn't exactly have a talking relationship.
Would you get a look at this? 1960s wire. I mean, that's ancient.
Yeah, well, you think you'll be able to get it fixed before we can say that about you?
We're closing in on it, Mr. McGraw. I can feel it.
Harry, this code is really weird.
Well, it's got to be dollars amounts and names.
I know, but plus and minus figures in this column. And over here, letters that don't mean anything either. I mean, what kind of code has only 8 letters?
You have to see this. Tyler Chase is on Channel 9 News.
Keep off of my equipment, Stonefingers.
Harry's talking about Victor Yudovic.
The evidence is conclusive. The blood taken from the shoes of Victor Marcus Yudovic matches the blood of the murder victim. Therefore, Mr. Yudovic is being bound over for the grand jury.
He swore to us he never saw Gordon. When are you going to bring me a client that tells the truth? And when am I going to learn that the answer is never?
Hey, maybe we didn't ask the question right. You know, like in those congressional hearings?
Hello?
According to the news, Victor's latest story is that he did see Gordon under the grandstand. But he was already dead.
There you go, McGinnis. Victor ran away because he was scared. Besides which, it'd be stupid to hang around a dead body that he owed money to.
Excuse me.
But who's going to believe it? Who's going to believe anything he says? It's hopeless, Harry.
There's a...
Hopeless!
Excuse me.
Look, I don't care what Tyler's got. I'm telling you, McGinnis, Victor didn't do it.
Didn't he, Harry? Didn't he? And how do you know?
Sir?
Is it another one of your famous chest pains? Or is it that you just can't see past your admiration for that Neanderthal son of his?
Sir? Mr. McGraw?
What?
Just got a call on my emergency phone with a message for you.
Who, Spinelli?
He didn't say his name, actually, but he just said, you should check your hero's locker.
How'd you get in here, Harry? Gordon was scum. When I saw him, everything went crazy inside of me. You understand?
No.
I did what I had to do.
Killing Gordon's one thing, but letting your old man take the fall for you? Why'd you do it, Rudy? Geez, why'd you do it? I mean, come on, tell me. I want to understand.
You really think you could use that on me, Harry, huh?
I'm begging you, Rudy. Don't make me answer that question.
Look, I told you, Miss McGinnis, there's nothing to talk about.
Rudy, if you don't...
The last thing in the world I need is a lawyer. I can plead guilty by myself.
Rudy? Sit down. Now, frankly, I would rather be anywhere but in this room. And the only reason that I am here is because your father pleaded with me to represent you. But I have no intention of doing so unless you cooperate.
I did it. What else do you want me to say?
Start by telling me how you did it. Apparently, you were out on the ice in the middle of a game in front of a crowd at the time that Mr. Gordon was murdered.
When the second period ended, I slipped out.
Yeah, the buzzer went off just about the time I went down to meet Victor and Gordon.
Right, and I made real sure that nobody saw me.
Wearing a Mustang uniform and skates?
Miss McGinnis, I know that building like the back of my hand. When I met Flash under the stands there, we started to argue, about the money and the way he took advantage of my pop. I tried to control my temper, but I blew it. Besides, I did the world a big favor.
So how come he never pulled his sword out of his cane, huh, Rudy?
Oh, he tried, Harry, but I grabbed his wrist.
You said you had no intention of killing him. Then why were you carrying a pair of scissors?
Come on, pal, we're trying to help.
Who's asking for it, Harry? Who's asking for it? I hated the scuzzo, and I killed him. Period.
Rudy, if he came at you, maybe we can plead self-defense, or...
Have you taken too many hockey pucks to the head, huh? Maybe you forgot. I was the one all set to let my old man take the rap until you came and screwed it up. Who the hell needs friends like you? Another thing, Harry, do me a favor, stay out of my life!
Oh, Harry, I'm sorry. I wish it weren't so, really.
He was finally going to get into the playoffs. You know what that means?
I don't suppose I do, Harry.
Yeah. Well, if you were Izzy Pasquale or Felix LaBianca or any of the guys from the old neighborhood. Rudy was the one who hung in there, He was the one who never settled for selling shoes or having 5 kids or peeking over transoms. All these years, he just kept going out there on that ice, playing his guts out, taking the hits, giving as good as he got. McGinnis, I guess there's just a lot you don't understand about guys.
I'm just beginning to realize how much, Harry.
And I'll tell you something else. Never in a million years would Rudy Udovic commit murder. Cookie, I'm sick. I couldn't let on to McGinnis, but Rudy killed that guy.
Harry, you're absolutely right. And then he takes the scissors and hides them in his locker while his old man goes to jail. I mean, that's the lowest of the low.
Hit me with another ginger ale, will you?
I tell you, Harry, whatever Rudy was, I never thought he had it in him to frame his own father. But that's got to be it. That's got to be what he did.
Rudy wouldn't frame his own father.
Tell you what else he is. Dumb, Harry. Hanging on to them scissors, keeping them in his locker. Smart guy would have dumped them in a minute. But hell, what can you expect from the cement head jock?
Hey, Rudy's not dumb.
And cold-blooded. I mean, he even put Vic's bag under the body. Ain't that what I read?
Well, wait a minute. Something's not adding up to a full deck here.
I mean, some swell guy. He comes off the ice, goes back to the locker room, gets his old man's bag.
Hold it. Wait a minute. No way.
No way what, Harry?
No way could he go from the ice to the locker room to Gordon in that much time unless he was wearing track shoes, which he wasn't because he was wearing hockey skates.
Gee, Harry, maybe I got it wrong.
You got it wrong, all right, Cookie. You know what your trouble is? You don't understand people.
If you say so, Harry.
You're wrong, Tyler. Unless you have proof of a conspiracy, you cannot hold both Rudy and his father at the same time.
You look marvelous in that shade of blue, Eleanor.
Tyler?
Oh, well, no. Now, dear heart, did I say there was a conspiracy?
Then what are we talking about?
Let's just say there's been something of a glitch in the paperwork.
You're stalling.
Let's say that I'm maximizing my options. I just want to hang on to whichever Udovic actually committed the murder. And the blood on Victor's shoes is certainly incriminating. And then there's the scissors, on the other hand, in Rudy's locker, which... Yes, Madge.
Here are the reports you've been waiting for. From forensics?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Madge. Well, there we are, Eleanor.
And where is that, Tyler?
The elder Mr. Udovic is free to go. A clear set of prints belonging to Rudolph Henry Udovic have been lifted off the murder weapon. Obviously, Rudy murdered Mr. Gordon.
Well, you really should take heart, Victor. Rudy has a lot of friends.
You sure are being awful nice about this, Mr. Paxton. None of this would have happened if I hadn't gone back to gambling.
Which of us are without sin, huh? I never believed for a moment you were guilty.
Rudy didn't do it neither, you know.
Well, let's hope not, Victor. Look, I want you to have this. It'll help you with your expenses.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that, Mr. Paxton. Not with what all this must be doing to the box office.
Oh, that's the irony of it. Ticket sales are going through the roof.
Ghouls.
So it would appear. Look. Well, bye, Victor. Remember, you've always got a home here with the Mustangs.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Paxton. Hey, Harry, I don't get it. Ticket sales going up, the franchise in the slammer? What's happening?
Friends.
Huh?
Rudy's got a lot of friends. A friend like that he doesn't need. 2 bits, Vic. Come on, 2 bits.
Harry, what the hell are you mumbling about?
Whoever set Rudy up. Who would do it, huh? A friend? Huh. Yeah, operator? Yeah, I know it's out of order, but don't go away, will you? Look, this is an emergency. I also know you got a repairman working there at that number, a kid named Wendell. Yeah, now, what I want to know is, can you put me through to that funny little phone he carries around? Great. This number is 555-7384. Now, you always have to get the number on a call like this, right? Thanks, lady. You just made my month. Put me through to Wendell. Yowza, yowza.
Well, there's no question about it, E.J. Gordon had to have been brilliant.
He was a high school dropout.
Well, so was Edison. Obviously, he must have been acquainted with somebody in the CIA or military intelligence code section.
Steve, the man was a sleazy loan shark with a room temperature IQ.
Yo, where's Alexander Graham Bell?
Wendell? I don't know, and don't ask how we're doing.
Hello? Hello? It's dead.
At least we know it rings, Mr. McGraw. That was me calling from Miss McGinnis's office. I could hear you just fine.
Wonderful. Oh, did you get that number?
Oh, yeah.
Watch.
Harry, I have some distressing news. Tyler just phoned. Rudy has signed a full confession.
Yeah, that figures. Here, hold this.
Harry?
Hold this. I am now about to perform an amazing feat of detection. I am going to tell you exactly what's written on that piece of paper without ever having seen it before. Right, Sparks?
That's right, sir.
555-3962.
You're right. So,
that just happens to be Rudy Udovic's home phone number. The number he had to give the operator so she'd put him through to Wendell here. What's the matter? Y'all got marshmallow in between your ears? It was Rudy who called and set me up so I'd find the murder weapon in his locker. He did it to take his old man off the hook. My pal Rudy never killed anybody.
All right.
McGraw, if you think I tipped you off to those scissors in my locker, you're even dumber than I thought. It was someone else that called you.
And gave him your number? Why, Rudy? Why would they do that?
You're the hotshot detective. If I wanted to get nailed, I would have just turned myself in.
Baloney. If you did, they'd figure right away that you were just looking to get your old man off. No, it was you. So why don't you admit it so you can get out of here and be in tomorrow's game and make the playoffs?
The hell with the playoffs and the hell with you. Hey, I told you, stay out of my life.
I know what you told me, champ, and I also know you didn't mean it. So why don't you just drop the act, okay?
It's no act, okay?
Well, what is it then? You afraid of winning? Is that it? Huh? After 25 years, you can finally taste it, and now your feet are getting frostbite? Is that what it's all about?
Harry, Rudy is afraid that if he's released, Victor will be rearrested. Isn't that it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, so what if they do arrest him? What's the big deal? He didn't kill Gordon any more than you did.
Prove it, gumshoe.
I'm working on it. Thing is, I might not be able to until after the game.
Maybe never.
In which case your father would be convicted.
You said it, not me. In the meantime, the cops have got the right man.
Well, good night, McGinnis. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Harry, and good luck.
Hey, maybe a little midnight oil with no interruptions, and I can crack this thing. which would be great for Rudy.
Yes, it would, for Rudy.
Spinelli, look, will you listen already? Ow! I know a bet's a bet. McGinnis, will you stop?
Harry, I am not going to stop until I'm done, so sit still.
Look, Spinelli, would it change your mind any if I let you in on some real inside dope? Maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Well, like, am I going to get my 500 clams back? Spinelli? Creep.
Uncle Harry, what happened to your office? It looks like it was bulldozed. Someone broke in last night and hit Harry on the head. Are you okay?
I'll be a lot better as soon as McGinnis here finishes playing Florence Ziegfeld.
That's, Nightingale, Harry. Did they take anything?
Only the last chance for the Mustangs and probably Rudy Udovic to ever get in the playoffs.
Gordon's account book?
Right, Sherlock.
I made a copy. Took it home with me last night.
All right! Ow!
Oh, Harry.
It's impossible. That's what it is. I give up.
Harry, have you considered the possibilities that if and when we decipher this mess, there's no guarantee it will lead us to Gordon's murder?
Wait.
You got something?
Oh, darn, I thought I had it.
Uncle Harry, can we get some lunch? My stomach is making so much noise, I can't think.
No.
Oh, come on. It's almost 3. Tell you what, I'll go to Gil Hooley's and get us something.
We gotta stick with this.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what is it, Marconi?
Well, you could order out over the phone.
Oh, yeah? No kidding.
Great.
What was wrong with it?
Well, it was sort of a combination of bad wiring, worn-out insulation, and would you happen to know if your equipment had ever been immersed in some kind of edible dip?
Food? What kind of a jerk would stick a phone in food?
Well, anyway, it's working now. And if you want a really super pizza, try Big Aldo's over on Charles Street. I think they deliver.
Wonderful. Would you happen to know the number?
Just punch up the name, Big Aldo.
I'll get it. Keep working. So that's B-I-G... B-244... Yowza! That's it. That's the code.
What is?
Come here. Look at this. The telephone dial.
The dial?
-2 is A. 2 is B. 2 with a plus is C.
-3 is D, plane 3 is E. The numbers represent the letters. Dollars.
Harry, that's fantastic. Oh, and by the way, I want sliced mushrooms and tomatoes.
Pepperoni for me.
Yo, Spinelli, listen, about that Mustang game tonight, I want to double my bet.
Mr. Paxton?
Yes.
I'm Judy York. I'm the one who called you. He looks nice, doesn't he? He always did take such good care of himself.
Well, I wouldn't know. I wasn't acquainted with the gentleman.
That's funny. He always spoke highly of you.
I'm sure you're mistaken, Miss York. Now, you said you had an urgent business matter to discuss, something to do with the future of my hockey team.
That's right, Paxton.
McGraw.
It's called partnership.
I don't understand.
Oh, it's not all that complicated, really. Me and Judy are the sole heirs of the dear departed here. We're your new partners.
Oh, I don't know what you two been smoking, but I'll be seeing you.
According to this copy of Flash's little book, you pledged all your assets in the team and the arena to our late lamented friend. You know, it's just lucky that my associate made this copy because she knows how I tend to lose things around the office. I guess you noticed when you paid me that little visit last night that I'm not exactly the neatest guy in town.
I haven't the faintest notion of what you're babbling about, McGraw.
Really? I thought we were getting his attention here. Well, what the hey? I guess we'll just have to go talk to your sisters.
About what? Margaret and Edith are well aware of the cash flow problems the Mustangs organization is experiencing.
I wonder how well aware they are of the fact that you blew all of your money and a pretty good chunk of theirs on various bookmakers around the Boston area, like Louis Pinecco in Brockton, Sam Stallmeyer over in Newton, to name a few.
An agreement. 3 of us. Is that the game?
Almost. We'll still have to work out something for Rudy Udovic. Poor guy's confessing to a murder he didn't do just because some 8-ball tried to frame his old man.
One thing does not connect to the other, Mr. McGraw, unless you're implying that I might have had something to do with Mr. Gordon's death.
Well, all I know is Flash was killed by somebody he trusted enough to meet him under the stands. Somebody that he wouldn't pull his blade on. Somebody who was waiting for him with a big pair of scissors and Vic Udovic's team bag to plant under the body.
Does it ever occur to you that it was Vic?
Not for a second, pal. No, it was you. The whole thing just got bollocksed up is all. I mean, you plant the scissors in Vic's locker. And what does Rudy do? He finds them right after the game. Well, up till then, it still looked like you really had it locked because Rudy really believed his father was the killer. But then Rudy went and blew your whole game out of the water when he tried setting me up to find the scissors. Now he's still in jail trying to convince everybody that he did it.
Well, why don't you just leave it that way? Assuming what you say is true, a good lawyer could get him off. What difference does it make?
Hey, I got a big bundle on the Mustangs getting into the playoffs. And without Rudy...
And we're talking murder here, mister.
You can't prove any of this.
Oh, maybe not all of it. But I think the account book will hold up, especially the original.
I saw you give that to McGraw.
I got a record of all the phone calls Flash made to your private number.
Yeah, that and your bank records.
He shouldn't have made demands like that. He wasn't a reasonable man.
So you stuck him with the big bad scissors.
Oh, I have no regrets about that. He was going to embarrass me. My family. How could you possibly understand, McGraw? The Paxtons have been in Boston for almost 300 years.
Now, you got me there, pal. There's a long time before the potato famine. Hey, Sullivan!
Hi, McGraw.
He's all yours.
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say...
You're a real Mr. Marvel.
You're quite a piece of work yourself, kid. Hey, we didn't do half bad, huh? Considering all we had was his name in that book and $230,000 after it. Hey, what's that for?
The car dealership, the condo, stocks and bonds, and over 100,000 in real bucks. That lawyer you sent me to see? It turns out Flash left me the whole 9 yards.
Whoa! Oh, excuse me, Flash. Listen, you won't be needing that anymore now, will you?
You wouldn't go and use it for any funny business, would you? I mean, all those poor schleps who are into Flash.
Come on. A Mr. Marvel like me? Hey, Flash. You know how everybody's always saying you can't take it with you? Wrong.
Next year, you're going to have to call me General Manager!
And partner.
You're putting me on. Miss McGinnis, I'm going to be needing your help.
Concerning your contract?
Oh, no. Concerning a certain dirtball forward playing for those bums that were playing in the playoffs. If he high-sticks me one more time, I can't be responsible for what happens to him.